Okay, welcome back again to Talk with Barb, Molly, and Princy. And again, Princy and Molly is my little baby cocker, cocker spaniel golden retriever. Two dog, they're more golden than anything else. Um, Somebody was saying to me a little while ago that whenever time you're on YouTube, people think that you're different from anybody else, or because you find yourself making a couple dollars, you feel like um, people are nobody anymore. And it shouldn't be so, because we all are coming from somewhere. We all have a past. We all have uh, something that we can talk about. I wasn't born rich. I was born very, very, very poor. As all black people, most of black people are born poor. My mother has 11 children. Three died and leave eight. She got married when she was 18. And like everybody else, that's what it is. You get married and you start pluck out children. So she plucked out 11 children for this man who maybe didn't care one thing about her. Because after I was born, he left us. He left and he went to another woman. We didn't have anything to eat. We didn't have food. We didn't have anything. And he was give because when he was there, he had a lot of property, a lot of field, a lot of this, that, animals. My mother didn't want none of anything. Then he swept that right from under my mother and leave my mother with all the children, and he take one child with him, one child that looks like my mother, and he left us. And we didn't have anything. And when my brothers went to him for food or money, he sent food to give my mother, to give us, that you would feed the pigs with. And that is what he sent. So when he sent it to that kind of food to give my mother, all she'd do is cry. The other children were big. I was the last one. And so I was the one who really never have anything, because I was the baby. And people got to give my mother things. You see, my brothers have to leave home to go to the city to work before, so they can get something and send something for my mother, because she didn't have anything. And when I was 5 years old, he died. The man who said he was my father, he died. He was leaving that woman that he left my mother for to go to another woman, and that woman hit him in the head and kill him. He have brain hemorrhage, and they didn't take him to the doctor, and he have fits. By the time they take him to the hospital, he died. And you know who they send the body to? My poor mother. I was 5 years old, and I told my mother, I said, Mama, don't take him. I said, don't take him. But in those times, oh, your wife, you didn't divorce, so you have to take him. And my poor mother take him and bury him, and his spirit was like a walking devil on us, in almost, oh my God, his spirit was right around, because he didn't have anywhere else to go. And people, when I was growing up, people had elderly people or people who know our family has to give me something to eat. I walk from house to house and get food to eat. House to house to get food to eat. I am not going to be ashamed to say I had food to eat. I didn't have anything to eat. And sometimes remembering it brings tears to my eyes. We didn't have any food, because he'd take everything away from my mother. And when he died, the woman take all the properties and all the things that he had. My mother didn't get anything. Not a thing. That's Princy over there jumping on her chair. My mother didn't get anything. And it makes me so sad to know that you have a man like that. And I say, Mama, why would you sit down and have 11 children for some barbarian? And so today when I hear that people sit down having all these children and come up and go, oh, I don't have anything to eat and I don't have anything to give them. Why did you sit down and have all that much children? Get birth control. People not doing abortion these days, but you get birth control. So you don't have to pop out all those children. And I have people on YouTube come in and say, oh, I don't have any. Really? Didn't you know that the man wasn't a good man in the first place? Why are you going to go with them? Yes, some of them change in the interim. Like my father. Or the man who called himself my father. I don't call him father because he's not a father. Father don't leave children. Parents don't leave children. And don't take care of them. Parents don't leave children and don't take care of them. And I fall into the same boat. Because I have my first boyfriend. Because I was like 17, 18. And we were like steady. He was mine and I was his. So we do things we're not supposed to do. And I got pregnant. 3 months after I got pregnant, my sister found out. My sister told my mother. My mother take me to. I call him the bozo. My mother take me to the bozo. The bozo home. And because they were rich and we were poor, the mother said, I know that their son was going to school. And so she sent him to America. And leave me. And I work young. Because I was so ashamed already being pregnant in my mother's home and have to let her provide for me. So back in the days, you'll go to school until you're 15, and if your parents have money to send you to high school, or if you pass the exam, or your parents pay for you to go to high school. Parents didn't have money to send me to high school, so I didn't go anywhere. So I have to work my fingers to the bone to take care of that baby in my stomach. I work my fingers to the bone so my mother don't have to give me anything, so she don't have to quarrel and said, you get pregnant and I got to do this. I work. Odd jobs, day's work, clean house, wash clothes. One lady get me a job and I didn't even see the woman I was working for, because when she go to work, she put the key under the door. I pick up the key and she put my money on the bed when I finished do the housework. Because if she had known that I was like 9 months pregnant, a big belly, 8 months, 7 months, I don't think she would have hired me, because she would have said I couldn't do that job. I have to clean oven, inside of oven. bend down on my knee to scrub, because not the days when you turn on the stove and it self clean. It's all time you push that thing in there with that smell and water and scrub with steel wool and until you get it clean and pretty. Clean the tub and clean the floor and clean all that and wash the clothes and fold them up and hire them some other day and all that. And that's the reason why I learned to do so much things, because I've been working from I was very young. Take care of a child that I didn't ask for. It's not me alone produced the child, but it ended up that I alone take care of the child. And it so happened my daughter came out to be God sent. Very good, big woman, master's, bachelor's degree, computer engineer. Now, that bozo keeps saying, my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, my daughter. And my daughter got to be taking care of him. When my daughter don't give me anything, my daughter send money for him. Because he mess up so bad in America, they deport him to Jamaica. 50 years later, that bozo is calling me, telling me how much he love me. I've maybe 5 kids in New York, go to Jamaica and have 2 more, and 50 years later, with a prostate cancer, he's calling me, telling me how much he love me. I don't believe in murder. I don't believe in murder. But I tell him if he call me one more time, he's going to see something. Or send me anything on WhatsApp or whatever it is. I'm not going to kill him. I just don't want anything to do with him. How could you leave a child and 50 years later, you're coming now want that child to take care of you? You don't know how we get sick and go to doctor. You don't know how school fee paid. You don't know how this paid. You don't know nothing at all. You don't know nothing at all about that woman. And now you're going to come and claim a child who you don't know. You never give a penny. You never give a hoot. But now it's your daughter. Your first child. Now it's your daughter. So when people sit down and let all these guys, all right, I think Bush said, fool me once, are your fault, fool me twice are my fault. And so you think you have your head on your body. And when you pluck out 2 or 3 children, you know that this is not what I want for my life. You're going to put a stop to it. You don't go keep having and having and having. I don't believe in birth control. I don't believe in. And then you're going to call and say you want somebody to take care of you. You want somebody to give you money to help with them. Why? Children is not all-time or old-age pension. You cannot depend on them. You have them, you take care of them, but when they grow up, they have their own life. They have their own family. They're not going to leave the family and bring money and give you every month. Some will do, but some don't. So you got to take care of you. Take care of you. Because you can't depend on a man. Because as soon as you see a greener pasture over there, he's going to jump that fence. If that grass look greener over there, he's going to jump that fence. And he's going to go. And what are you going to do? You're going to be left alone. You're going to be left alone. So you can only depend on you. You see, I saw my mother sell things. Hi, Princey. This is Princey over here. Come up here, Princey. Let show yourself. Come. Come, come, come. Come, 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 come. There is Princey. Look up, Princey. Princey. Pretty Princey. Pretty Princey. That's Princey. That's my Princey. Say hi, Princey. Molly over there hiding somewhere. My mother sell orange. My mother sell whatever in order to make two ends meet. That you don't have to sit down and beg anybody. And we learn to live within our means. So now when God bless me with a big house and I feel happy and I feel good, sometimes I reminisce back to the past. When 5 of you have to be in one bed, whether you're a boy or whether you're a girl, you don't care. Because those days nobody, I don't know, but in our family nobody molests anybody. Your brother, you go to river and you bathe and everybody bathe naked and get up and go. Nobody look at nobody. They can't do that now. So I know what it is. I know what it is to want. So don't think that everybody is different. Don't think that people are different. We're not different. We are not different, and that's the reason why I help. That's the reason why I pay light bill. That's the reason why I pay water bill. I don't have it to pay mortgage and all that, but I pay, little things that I can afford to help somebody with. I cook and I give away on Wednesday. My yard is full with people come in and take food like they're in a restaurant. I cook and people come and collect food and go because they don't have it. And government don't care. Food stamp cut off your food stamp, and one woman tell me they cut off the food stamp to $19. Know what $19 can do to anybody? Because if you have a house and you have a car, they think you should go outside and buy the piece of the house and buy the piece of the car, because you're not supposed to have a house and a car to get food stamp. Because that means you're rich. If you have car and house, you're rich. You shouldn't live anywhere. You should live outside the road. And if you live outside the road, they tell you can't get food stamp because you have to have an address. So you can't win with the system. You can't win with the system. So everybody have to be doing something. Everybody has to be doing, you see. I used to live in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale was a bigger city, and everybody were moving and going fast, and it was nice. I moved to a different city, different thing. We have to learn to love one another, help one another, help when you're down. What the Eddie Murphy thing, down and out in Beverly Hills? When you're down and out, you need a helping hand. You can't turn to the churches because church is not helping you. I used to be the pastor of a church. I used to give out money. I don't have because I don't believe in picking up offering. The offering box is on the wall because offering supposed to be free will. You're not supposed to be beating anybody over the head and tell them to give. You're not supposed to be picking up offering 15 times in one day in a church and making people feel embarrassed that they don't have to give. When you come in, you have your offering, you put it in the offering plate. You don't have, you don't give. And it's supposed to be free will. People not supposed to be begging, give me. Oh, this one in $10 line, that one in $50 line, that one in $1,000 line. It doesn't work like that. That's a marketplace. That's not a church. When you look and see these churches and where these people live, the church can't be bigger, and they don't know you. I used to be on the radio, and the people used to call in and ask me to pray, and I was so drained when I pray and pray, and I start saying that I'm not just gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for people who don't have a church. So I begin to ask them if they go to church. Yes, they go. Why don't you let your pastor pray? Oh, I can't let my pastor pray. I don't even want my pastor to know my business. I said, is the shepherd is the one you give 10%? So why don't you want him to know your business? People don't want people to know about their business. They want to just go in church and look pretty like everything is everything, and don't know that you're dying on the outside. But if you are with God and the spirit that you have in you, you're supposed to know that something is going on in your congregation. But no, people don't know. Gimme. One pastor told me, oh, my children's college fee all paid off already. 3 children they have, baby. And the college fee is all paid off already. And there are so much people in the church who would like to send their grown-up children to college. And his children, who's not yet college age, is the college fees already paid off. The car can't be bigger. The house can't be bigger. Infinity, this, that, Mercedes. And people come into church, walking, begging ride, and you don't know. You don't know. Because the only thing that you do is picking up 3-4 offering in the church. And that's why people don't want to go to church. I myself, who is a minister of God, don't want to go to people's church. Because all you hear is gimme. One lady invited me to her church, and I went there and I put my hand down in the basket like that with the money, because I know she wanted to see it. And as soon as I left, she looked down in there and put her hand down in there and opened it out. I don't go back, because that tell me that you're not there to heal my soul. You're there to collect money. When people in the church are dying, need prayer, are sick, you tell me that Jesus Christ will heal you. He will heal you, he will heal you. And then you're taking 50 different medication, my high blood pressure, my Come on. Or you're going to tell me that God is going to heal me when he don't heal you. The first person you're going to have to heal is you. And so people believe in the hype, and then when they go home and it doesn't work that way, then they start crying foul and said they're not going back to church because God not doing. It's not God. It's the people lying to you. The people lying, telling you to give you, and God will give you more. I already have mine. Why should I give it to you and you're going to pray for me to get more? Does that make any sense to you? I don't know if it makes sense to anybody, but it doesn't make sense to me. I have $10. You don't have none. You are telling me I should give you my $10, and then you're going to pray for God to give me more. He already gave me my $10. You pray for him to give you $10. Isn't that how it works? And people are buying into the hype. You can't want to take my money and tell me that you're going to pray for me to God to give me more. He already gave it to me. You pray to get money for yourself. May it be the $10 I have, but don't come up to me and tell me give it to me and you're going to pray for me to get it. He already gave it to me. And they're saying these things and people don't understand. People don't understand what they're saying. Give me. And you will get more. Really. Nobody see money raining down from heaven. The first time they used to plant money back home under some tree and come and dream to you to come and get the gold because they want to leave. No, it doesn't happen like that anymore. It doesn't. Don't get me wrong. I am a Christian through and through. Holy Ghost filled, water baptized in Jesus Christ's name. But I am not a fool. Don't try to think you're going to fool me because I know God for myself. Don't try to come and try you think you can brainwash me and tell me these stupid things. It ain't going to work. I ain't going to believe you. It doesn't work that way. You are lying. Come out straight and tell the people. You see, I can't get a bigger car, a bigger car, a bigger car, a bigger house, a bigger house, a big house, a 15-bedroom, and they live in one. God at the gate and gun on the hip, but they're telling you about God. You don't believe. If you believe, you wouldn't be doing the things that you're doing. They have millions of people in the church, and so they write a book, and everybody in the church come and buy a book. Boom. Of course they're going to be bestseller, because of the church people and come and buy the book. And every time you write a book, boom, somebody in the church come and buy the book. And the 500,000 people in the church come and buy the book, and your book gone to bestseller. Because you tell everybody in the church to buy a book, and so they believe, and they buy the book. And you forever have money, 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 money. And the poor person going in the church have no money, money, money. You know, a man told me that on the street that he lives, he bless everybody on the street, and the street is so blessed. He said they pay off one person's house on the street, and then the other pay off, and then the other pay off, until the whole street house pay off on the street. No, that's what I call blessing. That's what I call blessing. Bless somebody. Do something good for them. Maybe you can't pay for the car per month. Make a one-time payment every now and then. Make a down payment on a car that somebody need to get to ride to church who don't have one. Help somebody. Stop gathering up for yourself. And you don't know who is going to inherit it. You know how much friends I have who died. Woman have like 10 pieces of land. Die. Don't even know who get it. House pay off for. Oh, your house not pay off for. Mine is. Does it matter? The Bible said you gather up riches and you don't know who is going to inherit it. And while you're gathering, it said tonight your soul is require of me, of you. So you come and get your soul and you're gone. Where did all the riches go? So do I care about the riches? Do I care about what you have? I don't care about what you have. Because I can end up getting it. You don't give it to me, but I can end up getting it. You don't know how God works. That's why they said God works in a mysterious ways. It's wondrous to perform. Love one another. Whatever subject you want me to talk about, put it in the comments. Or you could go to, what is my handle? talkwithbarb@gmail.com. Okay. Or GUR2728@gmail.com. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Talk with Barb, Molly, and Princy. Have a great afternoon.